So, Dylan, I got an email from Rebellion, the
I
makers
got
of
the
Evil
same
Genius.
email. You're not
Yeah.
that special.
Oh, well, okay. Well, mine said to our best friend Andy, and not Dylan, who's a nerd and a dingus.
Oh, yeah,
It was
mine just said to whomever it may concern. Dear Mr. or Mrs.
And it sounds like they're having some issues coming up with some new traps for their new Evil Genius sequel.
Yeah.
I like to assume that they're desperate for new traps and new trap ideas, and that you and I are the only ones that can help them out here. Because they've got a really terrible just ideas team. That's a job, right? You can have?
It's not a team. It's not the ideas team.
No?
No. Not in any of the broadly speaking, any of the organizations that I've worked for or
You guys
with.
don't have just like ideas guys that just sit there and in
No.
rooms and kind of bounce ideas around?
Ideas are commoditized now. Everyone's an ideas guy or gal.
So you're saying that it's due only to market saturation that I've not been able to get a job as an ideas man.
Yeah, let's go with that.
We need to come up with some new traps for Evil Genius. So you had those pressure pads that would set off a lot of traps. But what kind of new and exciting, interesting things could those trigger? I remember that they had bees.
They did have bees. Yes,
they had a beehive.
And weirdly, the bees would attack different stats. Not really sure I understand what kind of bees we engineered there, but it seemed to have worked.
I like the idea of bees in my evil base. I feel like that's a good way to keep people out. Most people dislike bees. Very few people like bees.
I think what I would change, though, is I would have the bees chase the people in certain directions.
You're going to train the bees.
Train these bees. Apparently these bees are already trained, because some bees are attacking like their health, which makes sense, and some bees are attacking their smarts, which makes no like are they
now
their knowledge?
Let's step this back. We're going to run an experiment here. The first one where I have you do 100 simple addition problems, and the other where I have you do 100 simple addition problems whilst in a room of bees.
I guess that would lower my smarts, wouldn't it?
To some degree. That's all I'm saying. You would see some degradation in your time and an increase in screaming.
Now, given that you can kill people, why not just release these killer attack bees and they just swarm the person and they go, ah, God, the bees, and then they die? That feels like a better trap.
I feel like that's not too sporting, though.
It's not, but it is what I'd come to expect from an evil genius.
Okay. All right. So instead of just bees, killer bees.
Bees.
Let's worry less about making them bad at math and more about them being bad at being alive.
Yes. Vis-a-vis bees. The one other thing that I would like that feels like a strange miss, especially given Evil Genius's sort of 60s supervillain theme.
Mm-hmm.
No trap doors.
Now, where would you have the traps drop someone into? What are you imagining at the bottom of this trap?
Oh, so
like are we talking
right off the bat?
It's like about a foot or two deep? Or are we talking?
It's up to their waist. Hello? Can I get a hand here? And then just like two henchmen just stomping on his face, trying to like garbage compact him down into the hole.
It's another psychological one. There's that half second where they think they're about to die, and then they only go down 2 feet, and they feel very foolish. And
maybe that's what it is. That's the supervillainy of it, is they fall just far enough that they like sprain their ankles. That is just completely diabolical.
So they're just at the bottom of this pit, and their ankles all swollen up, and it's frustrating. They're not going to die. It'll reset itself after some time, but it's going to be a while, and they're gonna have to ask for like a splint or a wrap for their ankle.
It's going to be pretty shameful to have to beg for some help from the people who just let you fall into a 4-foot hole at the bottom of which you sprained your ankles.
It's 4 feet, and we put just some marbles at the bottom.
Oh, there you go.
So they land, and then if they don't land directly on a marble, it's kind of dark down there, so the odds are they're going to step on one and slip and fall anyways. Or even just like a couple of like stray toys in Legos.
Oh, just a pit of Lego. Oh, that's too much.
It's just too diabolical.
So much for the Geneva Convention. Oh, what about an escalator going in the wrong way?
What about an old woman in that hallway that clearly doesn't speak the language of the spy?
Oh,
and the spy is just too
man.
polite to ask her to move out of the way because she's kind of going very slowly in the center of the hallway, and he's trying to get around, but she's got a lot of bags. Maybe she's on a rascal.
I mean, I'd go so far as to say that might make him turn around and leave the base.
Yeah.
Which is ideal.
What about a bunch of teens just kind of idling in a dark corner?
Oh, just like truants?
Yeah, just... Is there anything that international spies fear more than truancy?
Getting made fun of by a bunch of 14-year-olds?
Can you imagine you're a spy sneaking into a secret evil base, and then you turn a corner, and then some bunch of teens smoking cigarettes call you a specky nerd?
Yeah, because they don't have anything in their arsenal for that. All they have is witty retorts. Good fucking luck getting a witty retort to do anything to a 14-year-old making fun of you. They'll just turn it around on you. Not that I'm speaking from experience.
No. No. They were so mean to us last week.
And every day after.
So I think the humiliation, the embarrassment, the shame, and confusion traps are the ones that are going to be the most effective.
Okay, then rolling right off of that, 2 robot arms pop out of the ground and pull your pants down. I mean, it's insane. And then out of nowhere, 2 people who are very much to your liking, right? So it's whoever you'd be very attracted to, just starts pointing and laughing.
It's out of nowhere. A panel in the wall pops up, and there's just people there pointing and laughing at your genitals.
Yeah, maybe that's the easier way to go, is just like, rather than try and come up with this clearly very absurd and silly idea of people coming out of the wall just for this purpose. Because, like, what is their life like? Do they live in the wall? Do they have some sort of, like, junior 1-bedroom in each of these walls that they live in? And then once in a while they get buzzed to come out and laugh at this person who had their pants pulled down? It's a crazy job. No one's going to take it. I don't care what you offer for pay.
But what if it gave you a discount on your rent, though?
Yeah, and I guess it depends on the benefits.
Right.
All right, we'll table that, though. Okay. We'll go the simpler route. It's just immediately all the cameras go on and they're broadcasting this on a channel that's exclusively for this purpose. This is the only thing it ever shows is stuff like this happening in your base. It's like evil TV, and it's just all these people being just harassed or made fun of or whatever it is in your base vis-a-vis traps.
All of them just pointing and laughing at your genitals.
I think that'd be a great feature for the game, because then, like, I can just watch it all at the end of my campaign. I can just watch 24 hours of evil TV of all these people who came to my base and just got completely taken down 1 or 2 pegs. Fucking got them. The other one thing, you remember in Indiana Jones where they had the wall saws that would come out when he was like, Neil, penitent man will pass, whatever it was? You remember that?
Yeah.
Instead of saw blades coming out, it's like boots on a turn wheel that kick you in the butt. And they kick you in the butt all the way down the hall.
What about a bunch of hands, just pairs of fingers at eye level, just flying down the hallway trying to poke you in the eyes?
Oh no. That'd be the worst. Like, and then like coming out of the walls and trying to give you wet will. Just a bunch of little, like, loose, rubbery, lubed up fingers coming out of the wall, poking you in your ear. That's an insane idea.
It's just the spy with his pants around his ankles, getting booted in the ass as disembodied fingers are trying to get to his ear.
How could Roger Moore ever recover from that? I'd like to know.
I almost feel bad for the guy. It's the most humiliating thing I can imagine.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, poor bastard.
And that's true evil. Really, when you get right down to it. That's what makes us evil geniuses.
This is, we can't publish this. This is too evil.
It's not for this world.
No, we need to take this recording and put it in one of those big crates in the Smithsonian where it can never harm anyone again. It's just too powerful.
This is our Ark of the Covenant.
Oh God.
It's such a stupid idea, but my God, do I want to see it happen.
I'm crying.
Uh, I just imagine the fingers being so floppy as well as they just try and seek out his ears.
And they're just like pressing against the side of his head. They're not really getting it.
Just thwacking him in the temples and maybe occasionally poking him in the side of his eye. maybe getting in his mouth a couple times.
Oh, it'd be so uncomfortable.
It'd be the worst. Oh God.
Oh, that poor bastard.
Like, I mean, what would you couldn't do anything after that.
You can't recover. Because we're dying thinking about it. Can you imagine you finally you regain your composure, you make yourself into the control room of the enemy base, and you know everyone in that room has seen you with your pants around your ankles.
And they are just
rolling on the ground as you've got a couple of welts on the side of your face. You get drips from the wet fingers. Your shirt's not tucked in because you didn't tuck it back in after pulling your pants up.
Oh my God.
Everyone there knows. They've all seen.
And you're walking awkwardly because you got a sore ass from all those boots. Oh. And then what? You make some sort of quip. I don't think so, buddy.
Yeah.
You've lost the upper ground on this one.
You are not going to be intimidating to anyone for a very long time. They're going to put you on desk duty.
And like, it's going to be even worse, right? Because you're going to walk in there, you're going to see all these henchmen in the room, and they're all going to be like, kind of trying to hide their smirk, and then you hear a couple errant snickers, just like, shh, don't say anything. Shh. Oh, there's no coming back from this. I think you beg the evil genius to kill you. Because what's your other option? If you try to leave the same way you came in, you've got to do the same thing in reverse, where it tries to put a bunch of wet fingers in your ear, then it kicks you in the dick multiple times, and then it pulls your pants down. I mean,
way out.
That's your only way out. I think you'd have to consider the other options.